This is my first time using this Harvey table saw and router setup. I just bought the whole thing, and this is the first time trying out the router. So the first thing I'm going to do is make some slots into this. This is a practice piece. I'm making some drawers, and I want a 1/8 inch slot, 1/8 inch up from the bottom so I can slide in the drawer bottoms. So the first thing I did here is obviously get the fence set up. And then I measured approximately 1/8 inch using just a tape measure. It's never going to get you really quite there because it's hard to see these little bits. And zeroed this out. Notice there's two scales here. So you got to zero out the big scale and the fine scale. And then lock this down. So I'm going to lock this screw. Now the fence is in place. I'm also going to lock these because these give you the stability of the fence not wobbling, while this is for your adjustment. Anytime we need to adjust, we'll loosen these two, adjust, and then tighten them back up. In a case like this with a little router bit, it really won't make much of a difference because we're not going to push on the fence hard, but the safety rule is always lock down both sides. So I've got everything here locked down. Next thing is to set up this guide. This is a fantastic guide. It's just going to make things just safe and comfortable and keep everything lined up perfectly. All you gotta do is push it through. You don't have to worry about holding it that way. The way you get it adjusted is get the wood in there and push it in until it touches the wood. That's it. You don't need to apply pressure or nothing else. Lock it down, take the wood out of place. See, it already resists it even just touching. And then turn this to how much pressure you want. For something little like this, I'm gonna go halfway. You got 0 to max on both sides. I'm gonna go halfway there. We've got our dust collection open. I'm going to turn on dust collection, turn on the router. We'll make our first pass and see what it looks like. That's a fantastic first cut. I do have a little bit of dust that's stuck in there. I think it's because I might have gone a little too fast towards the end. I can either push it out or I can just, obviously I can just go through it again and all of the dust and any little cleanup will get done. That's a beautiful cut. No splinters, no hard edges. You see some loose pieces there, that's just loose. That's awesome. So let's see how well we did on the first one. It's 0.16, so we still need to go a little ways to make it smaller. We obviously want 0.125. So my initial test cut came out at 0.16, 0.1605, and we need to shoot for 0.125 for an 1/8 inch. So first thing I'm going to do is loosen both of these main locks. This is already locked to the table. So once I start turning this, I just need to subtract 0.125 from 0.16. Since this is a scrap piece anyway, I've written down the error that I want to correct here, just so I can't go wrong, so it's right in front of me. So we want to take 35 thousandths less material by pushing the fence over that way. Now this scale is graduated in thousandths, which is fantastic for this kind of precision. The side is graduated in fractions, which can be a little weird if you're trying to go back and forth, but for a precise job like this, where we're starting with a very precise tool, the thousandths is a great way to go. Now there's a plus and a minus here, and the plus and the minus is a little confusing because plus is how much further you're going to push the fence that way. Plus is not how much you're going to cut more. So you're actually going to go plus for less cut and minus for more cut. So we need to take 35 thousandths. I'm going to turn it here. Each of these graduations is 5, 15, 20. Okay, we are now at 35 thousandths pushed that way. Now I'm going to go lock these again. Again, for safety, you always want the big ones to be locked so that the fence cannot move at all. Since we've moved the fence ever so slightly, we've changed the depth here. 35 thousandths is not a big deal. It's still going to work just fine. but I want to get in the habit of always making every adjustment the way it should be. So I've loosened this, and I'm going to start over with getting this adjusted properly. And we're ready to cut. Alright, we've got an excellent cut here. And we're at 0.129 instead of 0.125. You know, for almost every kind of job, that's just fine. We're not going to change anything while we're cutting all the drawers, so all the drawers will still turn out fine. 0.129 and 0.125, not going to change anything.